Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Siempre es un gran momento para aprender español, no importa la hora que sea. Welcome to Learn Spanish Fast with Profesor Pablo. We're working our way through the preterite. We're laying the foundation. We're close. We're over halfway. We have today stem changing verbs in the past preterite where the E is going to change to I. Okay, these are the verbs where it changes from E to I. Mentir, to lie. Seguir, to follow or to continue. Conseguir, to get. Perseguir, to chase or to pursue. Reírse, to laugh. Sonreírse, to smile. Vestirse, to get dressed. And servir, to serve. Repetir, to repeat. And pedir, to ask for, ask someone to do something. Okay? The E will change to I. When is it going to change? E to I only in the L and ellos form, and you see that shown here in red. Whereas the present tense, all those stem changing verbs that we did, they change in all but nosotros. Well, now in the past preterite, they're going to change here E to I just in the L and ellos form. And it seems like this might be confusing with the present tense, but I'm telling you, the same verbs keep coming and reappearing, and the language learning module is going to start kicking into high gear. As we practice these, it's going to solidify up here, and you're going to learn these, and you're going to learn them very well. Now, the verb endings for the stem changing E to I verbs are I with an accent, iste, yo, imos, and ieron. So we have, example, mentí, I lied. Mentiste, you lied. Mintió, the E changes to I. He lied or she lied. Then we have mentimos, we lied. And mintieron, they lied. Again, the E is going to change to I with these verbs in the clusters in the L and ellos forms only. Let's take another verb, seguir. Okay, you want to say I followed, it would be take the IR off and add this. Seguí. It's seguí, seguiste, siguió, seguimos, siguieron. They followed us. Okay, I would take seguir, the IR off, and put this on. Siguieron. They followed us. Okay, I can take the nos right here, nos, and put it in front. Nos siguieron. They followed us. They followed you. It would be te siguieron. Okay? If I want to say they followed me, it would be me siguieron. These pronouns here, remember the me, the te, and the nos can work for any type of pronoun. The me, te, say, the say works for a reflexive verb such as vestirse, to get dressed, sonreírse, and reírse. Okay? Let's go with conseguir. I got, conseguí. You got, conseguiste. She got, consiguió. He got, consiguió. And they got would be consiguieron, but we got would be conseguimos. Notice that seguir, conseguir, and perseguir, they all have seguir at the end. So when you conjugate seguir, and you understand seguir, seguí, seguiste, siguió, seguimos, siguieron, then you know how to do conseguir to get and perseguir to chase. The dog chased the cat. El perro persiguió al gato. The cat chased the dog, right? El gato persiguió al perro. We have the verb reírse. It's reflexive. Let's go with the me form. I laughed. Me reí. You laughed would be te reíste. But look at our note over here. For reírse and sonreírse, they have an accented I, where all but the el, ellos. So this verb is done a little bit differently. Let's do it right here. I laughed, me reí, R-E-I accent. You laughed would be te reíste, but there has to be an accent now on the I for you laughed, te reíste, because the E and the I together form a diphthong, and it would be te reíste. We need it to be two separate sounds. Te reíste. You put an accent mark on the I to make sure you hear A and E. Te reíste. So we're breaking up the diphthong. Here, se rió. That is your answer. However, technically, she laughed or he laughed. There's no accent mark for it. Just like dio, D-I-O, he gave a party. Dio una fiesta, he threw a party. Dio una fiesta. But over the years, a lot of people are just accustomed to putting an accent mark on rio for laughed. We don't need it because the I-O is a diphthong. Rio is one syllable word. Even though it may sound like it's two, it's a one syllable word. But we're not so concerned about that. That's for writing. But we're more concerned about understanding and speaking. So let's take the verb reírse through. Me reí, I laughed. Te reíste, you laughed, accent on the I. He laughed, se rió, with or without the accent is okay. We laughed, nos reímos, there happens to be an accent on the I. And they laughed, se rieron, no accent. Se rieron, no accent on the I. Let's go with sonreírse. Well, just like seguir. Seguir, conseguir, and perseguir, it's all the same. Irse, reír, se, sonreírse. It's all the same. Why is there an accent mark here? Because that E and the I, if it didn't have an accent mark, that E and I would be two vowels together making one sound. It'd be reírse, reírse. It's reírse. It makes it stay as two separate sounds. Sonreírse. That's why we have an accent. So if you want to say I smile, me sonrío, in the preterite, me sonreí, right here, sonreírse, me sonreí, te sonreíste with an accent, se sonrió with or without the accent, we smiled, no accent on the I, nos sonreímos, accent on the I, and they smiled, se sonrieron, no accent on the I. So there's going to be an accent for laughing and smiling. It's going to be on the I, all but the L in ellos. Reí, reíste, right here, and reímos. These three, reí, reíste, reímos, will have an accent on the I to break up that diphthong and keep those two sounds. All right, let's take a look at vestirse. Vestirse means to get dressed, okay? Now, vestirse, the same means you're doing it to yourself, you're dressing yourself. Can you use the verb vestir without a se on it? You can dress the kids, that's different. But we're doing it here reflexively. So let's say I got dressed. You take a me, take the IR, SE off, take the me and put vest right here. Me vestí, I got dressed. You got dressed would be te vestiste. He or she got dressed, okay, it's going to stem change E to I in the L and ellos. So she got dressed would be se. Take your V-I-S-T-I-O accent. Se vistió, nos vestimos, se vistieron. So vistio and vistieron start off with V-I-S-T, right? V-I-S-T, vistio, vistieron. The E changes to I. But here, vestí, it's E. Vestiste, it's E. And vestimos, it is E. The E to I only happens in the L and ellos form. So as we go over this, right, we're defining this, we're sanding it down, we're refining. These are preterite stem changing verbs. The E in the stem changes to I in the L and the ellos, and that's why we have it indicated here, mintio and mintieron. You see the I underlined. For all of these verbs, the L in ellos is not going to be E, it's going to be I. Let's take a look at this one here. Pedir, to ask for something, like ordering food at a restaurant. If you want to say I ordered or I asked for something, pedí, P-E-D-I, accent, pedí. You asked for something, pediste. She asked for something, we got to change that E to I. So it's going to be pidió for he asked, she asked, or usted, you, or it. Pidió. We asked, no stem change, pedimos, and they asked, pidieron. Pidieron, okay? Stem changing verbs are bugaboos. I know they are, right? They're just it's totally nitty gritty time again. But we're going to get this. Okay, let's look at the verb repetir. That E is going to change to I in the L and ellos. So let's come up here. I repeated, repetí. You repeated, repetiste. She repeated or he repeated, that E is going to change to I. Repitió, repitió. She repeated the class. Repitió la clase. I repeated what I said. Repetí lo que yo dije. And we repeated, repetimos, and they repeated, it stem changes, repitieron. Okay, yes, I'll be glad when these stem changing verbs are over, but we'll keep going over them again and again, and you will learn them. It'll become second-hand knowledge. First-hand knowledge. It'll become second-hand, but be first-hand knowledge, excuse me. Servir, to serve. I served dinner. Yo serví la cena. She served fruit. Ella sirvió fruta. Remember the L and ellos changes E to I. So she served would be sirvió. They served, sirvieron. You served, serviste. We served, servimos. Okay? Mentir is to lie. Seguir is to follow or to continue. Conseguir is to get, like I got the tickets. Conseguí los boletos. Perseguir, to chase or to pursue. Reírse, to laugh. Sonreírse, to smile. Vestirse, to get dressed. Pedir, to ask for or to order food. Repetir, to repeat. And servir, to serve. All right. Stem changing verbs. Let's take an inventory of what we know now. Stem changing verbs, the E to I stem changing verbs, just like the O to U. Dormir, durmió, durmieron, murió, murieron. They only changed in the L and ellos. Well, the E to I only changes in the L and ellos. Our sample verb, mentir. I lied, mentí. You lied, mentiste. We lied, mentimos. It's like a regular verb. Mentí, mentiste, mentimos is just a regular verb with regular verb endings. Regular verb, ER and IR endings. However, when we get to he or she or usted, you or it, that E changes to I, but it still takes the regular ER and IR verb ending. Mintió. Come down here. Look, mintieron, the E changes to I, yes. This E changes to I, but it still takes the regular IERON. These happen to be the same verb endings for a regular verb, like comer, to eat. Check it out. I ate, comí. You ate, comiste. She ate, comió. We ate, comimos. And comieron. Piece of cake. We got it. So mentir is done like a regular verb, except in the L and ellos, the E changes to I. And the same thing for seguir. Seguir is like a regular verb. S-E-G-U, and then put the I. Seguí, I followed. I followed you home. Te seguí a la casa. You followed. Seguiste. He followed and she followed. That E, excuse me, he and she and they, it's going to change E to I. Siguió and siguieron, right? And then we followed, seguimos. So seguir is done just like a regular verb in the yo, the tú, and the nosotros. Seguí, seguiste, seguimos. In the L and ellos, it's siguió and siguieron. And the same thing here. If you know seguir, don't go anywhere. Seguir. Seguir. If you can do seguir, you can do conseguir, and you can do perseguir. If you can do mentir, you can do them all. Conseguir. I got the tickets. Conseguí los boletos. You got tickets. Conseguiste boletos. We got tickets. Conseguimos boletos. But he or she, or they or you guys, it's consiguió and consiguieron. The same thing here. I chased, watch, it's regular. Perseguí, perseguiste, perseguimos. But for he or she, it's persiguió, the E to I. And for they chased, persiguieron. The police chased the criminal. La policía persiguió al criminal. Reírse, okay? Stem changing verbs. They got a lot of quirks. I laughed. Me reí. Ha ha ha. Me reí. I laughed. accent on the I. You laughed, te reíste. You got to put an accent on the I when you spell it out because you got to break up that diphthong. Te reíste. Here, se rió and se rieron, right? You don't need an accent for se rió, but it's okay to leave it on, just the way it is. And we laughed would be nos reímos, accent on the I. So with to laugh, who gets the accent mark? All but the L and ellos. Who gets the stem change? The L and the ellos. So here we go. Sonreírse, I smiled. Me sonreí. You smiled. Te sonreíste with an accent on the I. We smiled. Nos sonreímos, accent on the I. She smiled or he smiled. Se sonrió, accent on the O, but no accent on the I. They smiled. Se sonrieron. Vestirse, I got dressed. Me vestí. You got dressed. Te vestiste. We got dressed. Nos vestimos. He or she got dressed. Se vistió with a V-I-S. Se vistió. And they got dressed. Se vistieron. Pedir, it goes pedí, pediste, pidió, pedimos, pidieron. Repetir, to repeat. Repetí, repetiste, repitió, repetimos, repitieron. Servir, to serve. Serví, serviste. Sirvió, servimos, sirvieron. Okay? These are like nails on a board. We keep hammering them. Pretty soon, the head of the nail is going to be flat on the top. Here's the nail. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is stem changing verbs. Bam! We just keep hitting it. And slowly, little by little, poco a poco, we're getting it down there, right? Maybe we're right here. And we want to get it all the way. Get down, young man. Get down. That's how we want to have those stem changing verbs. Are you ready to practice? We've done some tips and some tricks, and we've given you the tools. Now let's practice. Let's go with here. She lied to me would be me mintió. I lied to her. It's got to be le. We haven't had our object pronoun lesson, but we'll get to it. Just take my word for it. I lied to her would be le mentí. Okay? I lied to them would be les, les mentí. Okay? They lied to us. Nos mintieron. I did not lie to you. No te mentí. Did you lie to me? Me mentiste. No, I didn't lie to you. No, yo no te mentí. Okay? He lied to us. Nos mintió. They lied to you. Te mintieron. We lied to them. Les mentimos. Okay? Seguir, to follow. I followed you home. Te seguí a la casa. They followed us home. Nos siguieron a la casa. Okay? They followed her home. La siguieron a la casa. They followed us home. Nos siguieron. They followed me. Me siguieron. I followed you. Yo te seguí. Did you follow me? Me seguiste. Did you follow them? Los seguiste. Did you follow them? Let's go with conseguir. I got the tickets. Conseguí los boletos. We got the tickets. Conseguimos los boletos. Let's go for stem change. They got the tickets. Consiguieron los boletos. Did you get the money? Conseguiste el dinero? Did you get the keys? Conseguiste las llaves? Did you get the papers? Conseguiste los papeles? What did you get? ¿Qué conseguiste tú? Yo no conseguí nada. I didn't get anything. Yo no conseguí nada. We didn't get a thing. No conseguimos ni una cosa. Perseguir, to chase. The cat chased the dog. El gato persiguió al perro. The dog chased the cat. El perro persiguió al gato. They chased me home. Me persiguieron a la casa. Reírse. Did you laugh? Te reíste, accent on the I. Did they laugh? Se rieron. We laughed a lot. Nos reímos mucho. I didn't laugh. No me reí. I laughed a lot. Me reí mucho. Sonreírse, to smile. Did you smile? Te sonreíste, accent on the I. They smiled. Se sonrieron. She smiled a lot. Se sonrió. Back in high school, right? All those romances. You fall in love every other day in high school. And you say, he smiled at me, or she smiled at me. That would be, me sonrió. Me sonrió. She smiled at me. He smiled at me. Me sonrió. Vestirse, piece of cake. I got dressed. Me vestí. The kids got dressed. Los niños se vistieron. She got dressed. Se vistió. We got dressed. Nos vestimos. Pedir. I ordered a Coke. Pedí una Coca-Cola. Mom ordered coffee. Mamá pidió café. Dad ordered orange juice. Papá pidió jugo de naranja. We ordered hamburgers. Pedimos hamburguesas. My brother ordered a steak. Mi hermano pidió, with an accent, pidió un beefsteak. Repetir. He repeated the class. E to I stem change. Repitió la clase. I repeated the lesson. Yo repetí la lección. We repeated the program. Repetimos el programa. They repeated a year. Repitieron un año. Servir. Who served dinner? E to I. ¿Quién sirvió la cena? ¿Quién sirvió la cena? I served dinner. Yo serví la cena. Did you serve dinner last night? ¿Serviste tú la cena anoche? No. Yo no serví la cena. No, I didn't serve dinner. We served fruit. Servimos fruta. They served potatoes. Ellos sirvieron papas. Mom served a salad. Mamá sirvió una ensalada a las personas. Mom served a salad to the people. So, nitty gritty, right? Nitty gritty. Where are you? If this is a 16-penny nail, one of those big, thick nails, okay, where are you? Are you still like this? Are you halfway? If you're halfway with this, that's great. Work a little bit more, get it down a little bit more. Bam. Get these verbs in line. Show the verbs who's the boss. You're the boss, right? We're the boss. All right, let's wrap this up. This might be a lesson you have to go over it again because it's just quirky. We're talking about very few verbs here. What do we have? We have this cluster, 1, 2, 3 clusters, 4 clusters. We have tres, seis, nueve. We have 10 verbs where the E goes to I. These are the common verbs, okay? There are going to be some others here and there, but if you know these, then you're going to know how to do the others, right? And as soon as your brain or your hearing picks up another verb that may be E to I, and you hear that change, you're going to associate it to this lesson, and the language learning module will take over, and you will adapt that in with these. Okay, to lie, to follow, to get, to chase, to laugh, to smile, to dress, to serve, to repeat, and to ask for. They take the regular ER and IR endings. The only thing quirky about these, two things. One, they stem change from E to I, right here, from E to I in the L and ellos form only. The rest of the verb is like a regular verb. And then you have this other quirky business over here, reírse, to smile and laugh. Yeah, smile and laugh at me. Okay, to smile and to laugh, the accented I. It's all but the L and ellos. Again, it's not that important. It's only important when you're writing. What is important that you pronounce it correctly. But it's, I laughed. Me reí, accent on the I. You laughed. Te reíste, accent on the I, to break up that diphthong. When I get that sucker in the ring, I'm going to stick him and move. Break it up. She laughed. Se rió. You don't need the accent mark because it's a one-syllable word, right? One-syllable words don't take an accent mark. But historically, you'll find books with the accent mark on it. Spanish has the La Real Academia Española, the Royal Spanish Academy. And over the years, they kind of make some corrections. They look at some things and say, hey, we need to get this right. So we'll see about that. Okay, we laughed. Nos reímos. You hear me. Reímos. I'm not saying reímos, taking that EI and making it one vowel. Nos reímos. It's reímos. Accent on that I. And they laughed, se rieron. Okay, that's about all I got for E to I stem changing verbs. We'll do an oil change. We'll do a verb check on these at some point, and we'll be using them. Okay, we're going to use them in sentences. In fact, let me make up a sentence for each one right now. I lied to my mom, and she got really mad. Yo le mentí a mi mamá y ella se enojó mucho. They lied to us. They lied to us, and we weren't too happy. Nos mintieron y nosotros no estuvimos nada felices. Weren't happy at all. No estuvimos nada felices. Our classic example, the cat chased the dog. El gato persiguió al perro. The dog chased the cat. El perro persiguió al gato. The policeman, let's learn something new. El policía is a policeman, male. A lady policeman is la mujer policía. The policeman chased the criminal. Guy cop. El policía persiguió al criminal. La mujer policía persiguió al criminal. I got the money, conseguí el dinero, y estoy feliz, and I'm happy. Happy. She smiled because she won the game. Se sonrió porque ganó el partido. I got up and I got dressed right away. Me desperté, I woke up. Me levanté, I got up. Inmediatamente and immediately me vestí. I asked my mom a favor. Le pedí un favor a mi mamá. My mom asked me a favor. Mi mamá me pidió un favor. You could put a mí in there. Mi mamá me pidió un favor a mí. I repeated the sentence for him. Le repetí la frase. Estela served dinner. Estela sirvió la cena. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Spanish fans of all ages, ay, 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 ay. Stem changing verbs. I knew this lesson was coming up, and I put it on the board, and I said, ay, Pablo, we got to get these stem changing verbs taken care of. So that's the lesson. I know you got the endings. I know you understand the concept that the E changes to I and the L and the ellos. I know that you know that the yo, the to, and the we form of all these verbs is just like a regular verb like comer, comí, comiste, comió, comimos, comieron. And we also know that reírse and sonreírse are very special little kids here. We need to put an accent on the I in all but the L and ellos like we did reí, reíste, and reímos. Stem changing verbs are a little tricky, but we're good. We got them. Okay? All right. Whew! What a lesson. Thank you very much. And We're getting there through the preterite. You see why I told you we've got to lay the foundation. The foundation's tough. There's no question about it. The present tense has more quirkiness, and the preterite has more quirkiness than all the other tenses combined. Once we take care of the present tense and the preterite, we've already got the infinitive. There's nothing to the infinitive. We do the present, we do the preterite, and guess what? Everything else is easy, fácil. Okay. Gracias. Hasta la próxima lección. Este cuento se ha acabado. Hasta luego.